Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game Break, the full coverage writer's presentation where we explore the plot behind some of our favorite video games. Will here, returning to Rapture as we continue with BioShock 2.
Prison, it seems, was a blessing. Ryan is now dead by his own son's hand. But far more interesting is the program of compulsion bred into his child, coded WYK. It was some manner of verbal trigger phrase, which the boy would obey as an order, unerringly. In a way, this sad thing, this half-man, had escaped the self. Highly intelligent, but devoid of so-called free will, with all its convenient blind spots. What if he had been instructed to uphold the common good? What if he were a volunteer?
And we're getting right into it with that very interesting recording. Seems that Sophia Lamb, shortly after her imprisonment in the events of BioShock 1, learned all about Jack and the Would You Kindly pre-programming. And it gave her ideas. Ideas on how to make a willing army of slaves, I guess? Maybe not slaves, but she definitely started getting some ideas on how she could essentially brainwash people into fighting for the common good. Which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense in a sick, twisted way. Especially if you have a volunteer to go through with it and just accept that, yes, I accept that whenever I'm told to do anything for the common good, I'm going to do it. But it's still freaky. And, oh.
Yes, congratulations! You've won a battle of wits with a home appliance!
Right, Alex the Great is still watching me, and he is apparently not pleased with me hacking that, machine. That's slightly interrupting, but, oh well. I get the feeling that what she's trying to do with Eleanor relates to what happened to Jack. But I don't think Eleanor is quite so willing a volunteer.
Keep tinkering, you rank amateur. How long before you botch the job?
Well, he is rather judgmental, don't you think? I mean, I'm sure I'll screw it up eventually, but you don't have to call me out on it like that.
I designed that device, Delta. You fumble at it like an amorous baboon!
Well, hey, I hacked it successfully. I think that's better than what an amorous baboon would be able to do. Seems to work just fine to me. Help me. Well, I'm not so sure I can get back there, honestly.
Don't you dare touch that signal relay, Delta. Its value is 10 times your own.
Signal relay? What the hell is that thing? Oh dear.
I'm very disappointed in you, Delta. Destruction of a Fontaine asset is punishable by summary dismissal. Shall I simplify that for you? Fired! Fired! Fired!
Well, I guess I'm terminated. You sent security after me, but, problem solved?
I know what you're up to. You're after my job, aren't you? With your background? Ha! Do you know what class of person we chose for the Alpha series? criminals, Delta. You'll be laughed out of the boardroom, out of the city!
Okay, he's definitely crazy.
I think you're onto something, kid. Some kind of pirate relay doohickey keeping security under his spell. Find the rest of those and vandalize them directly.
And we have our objective. We now have to find more of those relays and remove them from the security stations so we can hopefully, finally, get into that one security office. And no, I'm pretty sure we're not looking for Alex the Great's job. But, we may have to get rid of him one way or the other.
Thanks to new plasmid technologies being developed here at Fontaine Futuristics, anything is possible. The power of the gods is yours. All of our procedures are quick, painless, and safe.
Gee, thanks, Doc. I feel amazing. Never felt better. Wow.
The results are clear. Invest today in plasmid technology.
Oh, there's a nice little presentation. Looks like this room was used to help sell investors on throwing their money into Fontaine Futuristics and more plasma technology. Sorry if you couldn't hear that, but it was basically just a sales pitch from Gilbert Alexander saying how awesome plasmids are and to invest today.
This is Eleanor Lamb speaking. It's been many years since my last diary. Mother found a way to rehabilitate me psychologically, but she can't remove this thing inside my body. I look in the mirror, and I see a freak. I remember very little. Just an artificial sense of peace and a compulsive hunger for Adam. Dr. Alexander is trying to help me adjust. He's responsible for part of my condition, but he wants to make amends.
That is something that I don't remember if I brought up at the end of BioShock 1, with the ending I had where Jack brought a bunch of the little sisters back to the surface to live normal lives. If they went through what Eleanor went through, they still have those sea slugs in their bodies. They're still... The mind control has been broken, but they still have that thing inside them craving making Adam. I can only imagine what that's doing to them in the long run. Super skeevy. But at least, before he went insane, Gil Alexander was trying to make things right. Unfortunately, he went crazy. But perhaps he made some progress before that happened. Oh! Oh, he's pissed. Oh, that Alpha Series is pissed. Those other Alpha Series Big Daddies are very angry. Very angry indeed. And very different from any of the other Big Daddies I've ever encountered. Truly frightening. And this is definitely Frank's office, and he was definitely a liar. I guess he was a whore too. Yeah, quite the nice office. Once upon a time. Oh, and there's another one of those little security doodads I need to hijack. Another one down, 2 more to go. And then we can eliminate Alex the Great's control. Or at least part of it. Nice family.
Each new tyrant ventured here in search of conquest, Delta. Fontaine, Ryan, and now you. But every aspiring Caesar must learn to fear the knives of his fellows. Ask yourself, what does Sinclair stand to gain in guiding you here?
Oh, now she's trying to turn us against our one and only ally. I mean, I've been saying from the beginning that I don't fully trust Sinclair. He's definitely got something up his sleeve. But now Lamb is actively trying to create that divide.
The tyrant looks upon the world, saying, all of this is mine, and by force or guile, he makes it so. To the tyrant, the whole of creation is held in the relative. Sun and moon revolve for him alone. For the tyrant, even justice is whimsy. He alone is fit to weigh, to measure, and to cut.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong. That's pretty much how most tyrants act. That's pretty much the definition of a tyrannical reign. Not our personal goals, but then again, that seemed like a message for the populace. More of the fun brainwashing to keep her and her cult in charge. What the? Uh-oh.
Anything is possible. The power of the gods is yours. All of our
Oops, looks like I pissed off somebody. Oh dear. And they're coming in from every direction. Trapped in the faux laboratory section where they showed off the plasmids. Looks like electricity in the water still works nicely. So much for that ambush.
This calls everything into question. Even as I recall this, I can scarcely believe. Psychiatry has been my continual study to chart consciousness in all its strata. But intelligence does not require introspection. The son of Ryan was more effective than all his self-aware rivals. He lived without questions. I could end the self and save the world.
That's kind of spooky. She basically believes that if everyone is like Jack, the son of Ryan from BioShock 1, then the world would be saved because no one would question anything. They would just do as they were told. On one hand, it's definitely just creating a brainwashed army, but on the other hand, are we taking away people's self-identities at this point? Taking away their humanity? Could they even still be considered human if they just do what they're told all the time? I still believe that Sophia Lamb maybe started out alright, but slowly, like everyone else down here, just went a little bit insane. It's just that her insanity was a little bit more stable than everyone else's. Incinerate demonstration. What? Oh hey, a locked door. I'll have to find the combination for that somewhere now. Oh, so I apparently already know the combination? Well, beggars can't be choosers. Let's see what's inside. Where the hell is this? Help me. Oh, this is that person from before. Oh, I see. Oh, the code was... I didn't see the code before. But Delta saw it, so he knew the code. I didn't even notice that there. Upgraded plasmid tonic for me.
little sister to a single protector, so she had to be expendable in case of error. As we were fabricating a father bond, we couldn't really afford to have the girl's parents asking around. So, Fontaine's orphanages provided, and the procedure was an unprecedented success. If I had only known who the child was, Eleanor, I'm so sorry.
Oh, so Gil didn't even realize that the little sister he was bonding us to was Eleanor. That's trippy. Because it was Poole who sold Eleanor out. And basically had her end up becoming a little sister. And then when Gil needed a little sister to experiment with for the bonding process, he just went to Fontaine's orphanage and grabbed a random little sister, and it just happened to be Eleanor. And that's how we became bonded to little Eleanor. Oops. He done blowed himself up.
Adam Delta. One little jab in the arm, and even a hopeless underperformer can be Employee of the Month. Oh, you should know. Look around. Is any of this familiar?
It's a stage.
The Rapture consumer is indebted to you, my boy. We ironed kink after kink out of our domestic plasmid line on you right here. Well, let's see if you're staying competitive. Step on up and take the spotlight.
Oh dear. Welcome back, Delta. So Delta's been here before. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fontaine Futuristics invites you to shed your skepticism, evolve your expectations, and dissolve your doubt as we unveil the revolutionary power of our home defense plasmid series. May I have a volunteer from the audience?
They look dead.
Come now, don't be shy. How about you, sir? No, he's positively rigid. Yuma, at the back. Oh, come on down. Let's give it a hand, folks.
Well, she's alive. So I get the feeling that obviously this was a display center.
Only a single volunteer? Oh, come now, gentlemen. She'll be awfully nervous up here all alone.
Uh-oh.
Come on down, all of you.
This was basically just a display area on Fontaine Pharmaceuticals to show off the plasmids, and it seems like Delta was basically just a stage performer for a while. Oh my. Luckily the stage still has a couple of those plasmid props that I can shoot to activate free plasmid bursts. I know.
A round of applause, please, for Subject Delta and the power of plasmids.
Yay! Uh-oh.
Oh dear, Subject Delta. It looks like you've upstaged a fellow demonstrator, and he's here to steal the show. What will Delta do now, folks?
Like I said, those other Alpha series sound very angry. Oh, hi. And they're definitely a lot more powerful than your average splicer. Oh!
Still a winner, Delta. The tour was never the same without you. And to think you were so spliced you couldn't stand when we stuffed you into that getup. The Fontaine family retirement plan suits you to a T, my boy.
Wow. Another one of those confusing situations where the written dialogue doesn't quite match up with what's said, but I think I like what he said better. So basically, we were spliced up and stuffed into the suit, which sounds like par for the course for the creation of all Big Daddies, I'd assume. Not exactly ideal, but it is what it is down here in Rapture, isn't it? I don't think Fontaine Pharmaceuticals really had all that many willing test subjects. Ever. And that's 3. One more to go, and then it'll be something, I suppose. We'll be able to get into that security office at least. Hopefully. You thought you could trick me, but my camera knows all. See that you're actually alive over there. Let's play. And down they go. Sneaky splicers aren't so sneaky. Well, that's an unusual looking plasmid. I've never seen them flash rainbow colors before. Unstable teleport plasmid. Is this something I really want? Whoa. Well, it teleports. That was different. Maybe I'll come back to that after a drink or something. Yeah, okay. Teleported somewhere else this time. So if there wasn't enough freaky stuff down here in Rapture, I gotta deal with teleporting plasmids. At least it didn't go outside. I wonder where it went. Oh. Right over there. Okay. I guess I'll give it another go. And it's gone again. Alrighty. Perhaps we'll see the mysterious plasmid elsewhere? It's not back in that room, so I guess I'll just keep moving forward and see if it comes up again. Oh dear. We got a little bit of a short circuit going on in this room, which is, of course, completely flooded. Eep. Oh, this is going to be fun to navigate. At least we have a bunch of desks and whatnot to jump across.
Anyone in the plasmid business ultimately requires the use of human test subjects. It's our dirty little secret. And to be frank, Rapture doesn't really want to know, provided the end product is sound. The volunteers were scarce, even as the economy buckled. A man named Sinclair approached us with a seemingly limitless supply. He rented them to us, bound and sedated. No questions asked.
Of course he did. So our good buddy Sinclair was renting off living people to be tested as test monkeys, really, for plasmid studies. How wonderful.
That little infraction just earned you another slap on the nose, boy!
So he doesn't like me hacking cameras either. Of course not. Not really worried about the splicers coming through a room full of electrocuted water. I had my own little defense there. I have to let you go. Well, at least it's more succinct than repeating fired over and over again. Still gotta figure out how to stop this short circuit. And there we go. And now... there we go.
Insubordination! Severance package cancelled. Benefits rescinded.
You are SOL, my friend. Your control over the security system has been revoked. And now I should be free to go wherever I please. Oh. And there was our friend the teleporting plasmid, if I saw correctly. Yep, there it is. And it's gone. Got ourselves a little Easter egg hunt here now. But more importantly, we can finally get into the security office.
Agnes Day.
Access granted. Welcome, Gil Alexander.
It's about time.
Hello again. I must assume by now that you're willing to help end my life. In exchange, I have prepared a friendly security escort for you.
Thank you.
Now, there's a switch in here which will allow you access to the real laboratories where what's left of me awaits you. Please, use it.
I can only imagine what was going through his head when he was ordering me, or leaving these orders for me to kill him. That's gotta be trippy. Just leaving those pre-recorded messages saying, I know I'm going to be insane and the only salvation will be in my death. So please kill me. Alright, and now we can supposedly get to the real plasmid lab. There it is. The unstable teleport plasmid. And just like that, it's gone again. Off on another journey. Oh! Guess the lab is heavily guarded. And another one goes down. Sheesh. Those guys really are almost as bad as a regular Big Daddy.
This might work.
Oh! There's another one. That thing made a beeline for me and just slammed my face. Sheesh. Jeez, those guys are brutal. Oh, it's the unstable teleport plasmid. Uh-oh. Wait. This is different. Okay, it's got... Oh! What the? What's going on?
What are you?
Oh. Okay, we're back here now? Uh-oh. Funny, but... Alright, now we're outside in the water. This really is unstable. And now we're here? What the hell is this? Okay, I can't do anything but look around. These statues have cameras? What the hell is this? Where have I been teleported to? It's a vending expert tonic. I mean, that's a good tonic, and it's better than the one I have, but it's weird. Whoa! What the... This is the main entrance to Fontaine Futuristics. What the hell? What the hell? I don't even know anymore. Somehow... Well, unstable was definitely the definition for that tonic, or plasmid. I haven't...
The tyrant has no family, no friends, no country, only slaves chained in his wake. To his fellows, he asks, "Of what use are you to me?" Those who love him are his subjects, for the tyrant accepts only worship or fear.
True, but can we discuss the definitions of tyrannical rule later? I just went on a really trippy series of teleport bends, and I think I may actually need a psychiatrist after what I've seen. Sheesh. I guess we just resume the search to find the hidden laboratory, I guess. And hopefully nothing else freaky will happen. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Game Break. I want to thank you all for joining me once again. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to our channel for more great videos from us at Full Coverage Writers, and please continue the conversation of the plot in the comments section below. And until next time, get out there, be creative, and be awesome. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game Break, the full coverage writer's presentation where we explore the plot behind some of our favorite video games. Will here, returning to Rapture as we continue with BioShock 2.
Prison, it seems, was a blessing. Brian is now dead by his own son's hand. But far more interesting is the program of compulsion bred into his child, coded WYK. It was some manner of verbal trigger phrase, which the boy would obey as an order, unerringly. In a way, this sad thing, this half-man, had escaped the self. Highly intelligent, but devoid of so-called free will, with all its convenient blind spots. What if he had been instructed to uphold the common good? What if he were a volunteer?
And we're getting right into it with that very interesting recording. Seems that Sophia Lamb, shortly after her imprisonment in the events of BioShock 1, learned all about Jack and the "would you kindly" pre-programming. And it gave her ideas ideas on how to make a willing army of slaves, I guess? Maybe not slaves, but she definitely started getting some ideas on how she could essentially brainwash people into fighting for the common good. Which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense in a sick, twisted way. Especially if you have a volunteer to go through with it and just accept that, yes, I accept that whenever I'm told to do anything for the common good, I'm going to do it. But it's still freaky. And, oh.
Yes, congratulations! You've won a battle of wits with a home appliance!
Right, Alex the Great is still watching me, and he is apparently not pleased with me hacking that, machine. That's slightly interrupting, but oh well. I get the feeling that what she's trying to do with Eleanor relates to what happened to Jack. But I don't think Eleanor is quite so willing a volunteer.
Keep tinkering, you rank amateur. How long before you botch the job?
Well, he is rather judgmental, don't you think? I mean, I'm sure I'll screw it up eventually, but you don't have to call me out on it like that.
I designed that device, Delta. You fumble at it like an amorous baboon!
Well, hey, I hacked it successfully. I think that's better than what an amorous baboon would be able to do. Seems to work just fine to me. Help me. Well, I'm not so sure I can get back there, honestly.
Don't you dare touch that signal relay, Delta. Its value is 10 times your own.
Signal relay? What the hell is that thing?